What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Oh, what a fantastic weekend, right? Just last Friday, we got news that the Silicon Valley Bank is down and there's a bank run, etc., causing a huge FUD, and as well as the USDC depegging to around 85 cents, I think, lowest I've seen. And this caused a huge drop in the crypto market. And from Bitcoin, you can see that Bitcoin went from, I think, when I covered my last video, it was around 24K, and it dumped all the way to my 20K targets. So, what are my thoughts on the market right now? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, so before I start off with my analysis, I hope you guys have took my warning the past few videos that I've made. Once we tap this 24 to 25k regions, I was getting bearish and I said that we are most likely going to test again the 21.4k, and even better and we could even test the liquidity zone at the 20k regions, which I've called out in the last few videos many times. So guys, I hope you took some profits over here. We eventually saw the sell-off, huge sell-off because of the FUD of USDC. But right now, has my bias changed? I guess most of you might be asking. So, just looking at the weekly chart itself, the last weekly candle closed still above the 21 and 34 EMAs. This is a huge bullish sign because I've mentioned many times, and I'm going to say it again, if the price of Bitcoin manages to hold above the 21 and 34 EMAs on the weekly chart, which we are seeing right here, this is bullish for Bitcoin. Even if it's short term or long term, for now, it is still bullish. So my first plan was, I was expecting this push up to 25Ks and then a huge dip, okay, to complete this B wave, this pullback wave to at least the 18k regions, and then we got a final pump up. But I guess things changed because I need to adapt to the changes of Bitcoin. You can see a huge wick to the downside, but manages to hold above the 21 and 34 EMAs. Okay, this is showing huge bullish signs, and I think my wave count have to change. Previously, I counted this as wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, right? I have to change the way I view this wave count already because of this engulfing huge wick plus the push up right now. I need to change it to at least something like this now. Let me delete this wave. So this wave count is not too applicable right now, so I'll delete this. I'm going to change my wave counts on the weekly chart now to this. 1, 2. This entire move is the third wave, the fourth wave. So right now, I think we have not completed the fifth wave yet due to this wick changing my bias. So right now, we are still heading for a huge wave 5 formation to the upside right now. So my main targets for this wave 5 is still around the 28k regions right now. We'll see from there because price might do something like this, a push up, take some liquidity at the 26k region and comes back down. But I think we get a huge move. I mean, we already got a huge move yesterday, but we'll continue to zoom past all these levels to at least 28k to complete this 5-wave formation. Okay, zooming in on the daily chart. So remember, I've been calling for a short from around this region, the 24k regions. I prepare everyone for for a few scenarios. The video is just top right hand corner. I gave you guys 4 scenarios. The first one is it just taps the 21.4k and bounce. The other is you take liquidity, some liquidity, bounce. So this did not happen as well. The third scenario was just to bounce literally at this level around the 20.5k and bounce. This did not happen as well. But the last scenario that I gave you guys was the break of the 20.5k, retest, deviates, comes back above this range and push up. well, this scenario 4 indeed happened. So this is a bullish sign because it is showing that it is changing the trend from bearish to bullish right now. And you can see these huge engulfing daily candles taking out previous days of bearish candles. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's about half a month worth of price action. All this was negated with just these 3 bullish daily candles. Very bullish sign, so I would not fade this move. I will not try to short it, or if I want to short, I only short for a small period of time because this is really bullish and you should play with the trend, not against the trend. Okay, so right now, since I'm thinking this is a wave 5 push right now, there should be 5 waves formation on the daily chart because this is based on the weekly. I zoom in to the daily. Within this wave 5 formation, there should be another 5 wave formation in this wave 5 on the daily chart. So assuming this is wave 1, I don't know when this wave 1 will end. I will wait for a pullback to maybe the 23 to 22.6k regions, which is strong support areas, and then I'll look for the bounce over here. Okay, so this is my short-term plans right now. I'm not going to try to look to short, okay, but I'm currently in a mini short position on Matic, but that's another thing for another day. Just talking about Bitcoin right now, looking for a pullback and to long at around the 22.6 to the 23k regions. Okay, using my other chart on the Binance chart, I've used the fib from the low to the high, assuming this is the high, might change. But let's say if this is the wave 1, okay, I'm expecting a pullback wave 2 for a bounce, okay? So just using the fib, if this is really a trending environment, usually price of Bitcoin does not come down all the way to the 0.618, which is the golden ratio. Even the 0.5, it might not even come back here. Okay, high chance it will come back to the 0.382 fib retracement levels if it's a trending environment right now, if Bitcoin is. And you can see it lines up perfectly with the 21 and 34 EMAs on the daily chart. So if you can find some support over here, I'm looking to long this bounce. Okay, so 2 potential support areas that I'm looking at is 22,600 and the 22k regions. These are huge support areas. You can see once price flip this region, okay, creates another higher high. Breaks above, it just pushed up straight away. It has taken out all these lower highs as well. So we are currently at a change of trend. Do not fade this pump. We want to long any potential retracements. My other chart with some of my ranges. You can see this was the mid-range that was so important, the 21.4k. Price comes back above, deviates, show this deviation sign. We just pump straight back up to the 24k regions. Now, again, I need to reiterate, I'm not trying to short Bitcoin anymore. I would try to long this whenever it has a decent pullback. So remember, the 22,600 and the 22k is key areas for me to long this market. This also lines up with the range over here. We played this range for many amounts of days in January. So any pullback, either to this range high or the range low, these 2 levels are very important. Okay, if we see this, even if price don't pull back so much, it just pulls back a little above the 23.2k. This is also a nice long opportunity. Another area will be the range lows around here as well. The 22.5k lines up with the fib retracement. Plus the last level I want to see it hold is around the 22ks. I should be loading up on some spot backs as well on alts, expecting a move up to 26 to 28k for the push of wave 5. Okay, so these are my bullish scenarios, but of course I need to account for the bearish scenario. If let's say price of Bitcoin starts to melt all the way down below 21k again, okay, we have a higher chance of going back down to the lows, at least testing the 19k regions, possibly the 18k regions, if we come back below this mid-range level. Always account for both sides, and remember, we have CPI coming up tonight as well. Depending where you are, I'm in the Asian territory, so it's in the night for me. If CPI comes up bad, we should probably get this retracement, the pullback that we want. I will still load out my longs depending on the price action, but most probably it's just a pullback wave. I'll long it. And remember, next week we also have FOMC that will also bring market volatility, so make sure that you are accounted for that. So I want to make this video concise, so I'll end it here. Hope this video finds you well. Remember, the markets are always here, but your capital may not. Peace.